Liverpool thump Newcastle at Anfield by a scoreline of 4-1 and finally get their first Premier League victory of 2026. Welcome to Marching Reds. I am Aman Chima and here I am to review the game between Liverpool and Newcastle played at Anfield. And boy, oh boy, we needed this badly. Let's start from the beginning. It was great to see Ibou Konate being named in the squad, in the playing 11, because the last 2 weeks have been nothing short of difficult, tough for him. And we'll come to his performance and his mental aspect of the game much later, but that was a definite boost that we all Liverpool fans wanted to see. Knowing the fact that Frimpong was out, we knew that either Dominic Szoboszlai would start or Curtis Jones would get a start in that right back position. But starting in goal, it was Alisson on much expected lines. In the back four, it was Szoboszlai in the right back position. Ibou Konate returned to the back four for this game, and along with him was our skipper Virgil van Dijk. In the left back position, it was Milos Kerkez who regained his position, and in the midfield, it was Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, Florian Wirtz, and up top was Hugo Ekitike, and besides him were Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah. Knowing very well how important these games are, Liverpool fans were desperate to see that fight, that desire, that desperation from the team that they wanted to do basic things right and stay switched on till the end. And that is what we got to see. The game started off with a flurry of corners for Newcastle United, and their plan was simple: the fact that they would never let Liverpool settle into a rhythm. And whether it is through corners, through free kicks that they got, through the throw-ins that they got, they were trying to slow down the game. And kudos to them. Like, for the first 30 odd minutes or so, it was looking as if like the game is not being played at Anfield but at St. James's Park. And then suddenly the switch came on, and even the Anfield crowd started to play their part. And you could see whenever there were fouls not given to us or like something or the other happening on the pitch, you could see Anfield crowd making their voices heard and be a part of the game, knowing very well that in this situation they need to be that extra force that Liverpool hopefully should not be reliant on, but should be definitely aware about, that they are backing this team to the hilt. So the first goal comes for Newcastle through not against run of play, but just a few minutes or so before that. You could see Liverpool start getting into a bit of a rhythm, and definitely we weren't dominating at that point of time. But from the barrage of set pieces, corners that we had to defend, it was nice to see a few attacking plays being made by Mohamed Salah, Ekitike. But the first goal had to be for the Magpies, and the ball was in and around a defensive box, and Alexis McAllister got a touch to it while intercepting the ball, but it somehow ricocheted towards Anthony Gordon, who finished the ball very clinically, sneaking through Kerkez's legs and just outside the reach of Alisson. And that was 1-0 Newcastle. And then a certain feeling emerged, which I'm pretty sure all Liverpool fans were familiar with during the season. The fact that in an important game, or in a game where you don't want to lose points, where you want to show your authority, you've gone behind the game again. But the reaction was completely different. Like, within 10-15 seconds or so, while the ball was going back to that kickoff spot and everything, you could see Liverpool fans, instead of moaning, they started making much more noise. And that is something which I felt was lacking. Not the noise levels, not the fact that we have not been in this situation before, but that belief, that sense of, we've gotten hurt, but let's get up again and let's go again. So that intangible feeling was lacking, and that is what we saw after that. And then it was a double blitz by Ekitike. The first goal comes by when we sort of start to intensify our pressure. The ball gets to Gravenberch right outside the box, who passes it out to Florian Wirtz, and with his trickery feet, the German gets past a few defenders inside that box, inside that tight space. And when I thought he would take that shot or pull that trigger, he passes the ball, and Ekitike, with a poacher strikers finishes that move off, and that was 1-all. And that was the moment where we thought, like, you know what, okay, this is the moment where we can actually hurt Newcastle, because they are coming after playing a tough game against Paris Saint-Germain in Paris, and I'm pretty sure it must have taken a lot from them. So from there, if we can get a goal or two more, then that would be done and dusted. And within a minute or so, the goal kick gets awarded to Liverpool, and credits to the ball boy. I mean, if you do look at that goal again, you could see how quickly that ball boy, who was right behind Alisson, passed the ball to him, and Alisson, before Newcastle could set up in their own system, passes the ball off to Kirkes, who has a look up, and he could see Ekitike running, who, mind you, was in acres of space, passes the ball to him, and then it was all Ekitike. He takes the ball. The two defenders were on the right side of him, and instead of coming in, he takes his chance and slows the game first, and then suddenly with his pace speeds it up. And as soon as he enters that box, places his shot very wide of Nick Pope, and that was 2-1. And if somebody would have seen me, I was anything but quiet. So 2-1, half time. Brilliant half for Liverpool, a great half to see for the neutrals, and you just expected more from Liverpool as soon as the second half started, to see that fight again, to see that willingness to battle again, and that is what we saw. Again, like in the first 5-7 minutes or so, you could see Newcastle amping up the pressure, similarly to what we saw in the first half. But then again, the third goal comes by, and it was Florian Wirtz who got his goal. Brilliant play by Mohamed Salah, who, mind you, till that point of time and even after that, was looking completely silent in the game. But the fact that he got just enough space before Lewis Hall could make in that tackle, he gets the ball inside the box, and with his pace, passes the ball off to Wirtz, who, mind you, at that point of time entered that box but held his run. So instead of the defender and Wirtz being together, the defender started to move back, and then Wirtz, with his held up run, was able to get more space and then takes his shot first time, which is again away from Nick Pope, 3-1. And that was the goal we needed, because as the game went on, even though there were no clear-cut chances for Newcastle, but the fact that it was just a one-goal difference, we all Liverpool fans know how the story would have panned out if it was any other Premier League game that we've seen this season. So that third goal was critical for us. And after that, of course, substitutions were made by both the teams. But then again, it was, for me, the moment of the game when we were trying to manage out the game, and we get a corner. Soboslai crosses the ball in, and Nick Pope shuffles the ball, is not able to hold it, and then Ibou Konate takes a shot, although he would say that it was not his perfect shot, but that's the shot that counted. The ball rolls over, and what an emotional moment that was, because yes, celebrations, I mean, I was in tears. And the fact that he had a rock solid performance, the fact that he played a brilliant game, and to end that game in that manner, he was teary eyed, so was I. And that was just the cherry on the cake. And yeah, massive 3 points for Arne Slot's Liverpool. And I just hope that we build on from here, because this is something that we did not see in the last 2.5 months or so. The way Liverpool played, we were looking more fluent, we were looking to score, we were looking to create more opportunities, and yeah, it felt like Liverpool was playing. So I mean, a very high intensity game and highly emotional game for me, and I did not know I would be ending this game in tears. And yeah, this is just football, and that's why you love the sport. So kudos to Ibou Konate to kudos to Ibou Konate to be ready for this game mentally and perform the way he did. And I just hope, like, even for him, it's onwards and upwards from here. What his contract situation is, that is, again, we'll discuss later. But today, it was the Hugo Ekitike blitz, the brilliance of Florian Wirtz, and that solid defiance of Ibou Konate, which made sure that Liverpool come away with these 3 points. And Anfield, Arne Slot summed it up perfectly. The fact that there was a lot of noise in and around the club for the past week or so, but this is his words, that Anfield showed what actually noise means, and the fact that they were loud, the fact that they were singing, the fact that they meant it, that is what got translated into Liverpool's performance. So massive 3 points, and we should be hoping to snowball this momentum, snowball this confident feeling that we're having about us and about the fact that, we can actually play a game like this. And a big one is coming up next weekend. So nothing in midweek. Let's try to recover. Let's try to rejuvenate and be all set for that Manchester City clash. That's still a long, long away. So today, as of now, kudos to Arne Slot, kudos to the Liverpool team, and kudos to the Anfield crowd. But the job is not over. It's the best next step that we could have taken. But the destination is still a little bit far. And that is something that we'll have to en route together too. So let me know what you thought about the game. If you were a neutral, I'm pretty sure you must have had a great game to see. And if you're a Liverpool fan, let me know how you thought about everything when you saw this game in the comment section below. If you've liked this video, let me know by liking this video and also letting me know your footballing perspectives in that comment section. And also, it would be great if you can subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you very shortly in the next one. Till then, take care.